Hey everybody, it's been a long time. This is Derek.
And Maddie.
And we are at Rambie Grove Cemetery. Earth and Stone back in the house. Can you believe it? How long has it been? 2 months. We missed you all. We're going to walk through the historic Rambie Grove Cemetery. This was the first place that Maddie and I went through. Showed her around a little bit because she hadn't been here before. While we were here, Maddie had the brainstorm to start doing a YouTube channel. Start doing, something a little more permanent. The live went really well, but we've never filmed anything for YouTube. So here we are back again, and we're gonna walk through here, show you some sights, and see where the day takes us. Here we are. Shadow people. Okay. This is it's a cemetery. From what I understood, you can, as long as you dig the hole, you can bury people here for free. Who do you contact about that? I have no idea. But a long time ago, when I used to come here as a kid, these fences were not up. They've separated a lot of this into plots. And as you can see, a lot of these plots are overgrown, uncared for. Why? I don't know. Family might have drifted away, moved away. I have no idea. But in some of that grass over there, there's headstones. We'll go into the ones that we can go into. Some of them are like, no entrance. And quite frankly, those are the ones I don't want to go into anyway because they're too overgrown. This flag, I don't know how long ago it was put up, but it wasn't here when I was younger. So I think it's a nice touch. Here's a relatively new one. In loving memory of our father, Frank Silva. A lot of these names around here I'm familiar with because they're in the local area by Somerset, and I've gone to school with a lot of people with these names. So the Silvas, I'm familiar with a couple of them. What was your first impression of the cemetery when you came here, Maddie?
It just feels very nature. Like, we go to a lot of cemeteries, right?
Yes.
But they're very professionally laid out.
Yeah.
This has a mix of, modern and old. But this is my favorite. Not just because it was the first one we came to, but it's just the nature, the vibe is totally different. Totally different.
I've often felt it's like a lot of different places we've gone to. It's very personal, extremely personal. And I'm looking at something I didn't see last time we were here. I don't remember seeing that big box right there.
That mausoleum thing?
Yeah, I don't remember that for some reason.
And you've been out here quite a few times.
Yeah? Yes.
I love the layout. I love the way they're separated into different families. Mm-hmm. And the trees, it just feels, you can hear all the nature, you can hear all the birds. And we go to some cemeteries and you can't hear.
Right.
It's just quiet and it's very uniform.
We've had a couple of cemeteries we've gone to where you hear like a bird, but this is like in the middle of the woods pretty much. It's like close to a little forest. There's a lot of wildlife out here. Sometimes you'll see deer, sometimes you'll see rabbit. If you remember the video where Maddie wouldn't get out of the car, sometimes you'll see snakes, according to her.
I know you will. I hope we don't right now.
I
see an ant. Oh, that's not my ant.
Petra Rodriguez. 1972. See, looking at that stone, I would have thought that was a lot more recent. But
1886?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they bought her one recently?
That's possible. And there's a couple of interesting stories about this place, but we're going to save that for a little later. You see, like some of these, I don't know if these plants were put here on purpose or if they just grew wild, because you do get a lot of wildflowers out here. During like the peak summer season in spring, a lot of wildflowers all through that field. And according to what I've been told, you're not allowed to cut wildflowers. I don't know, some kind of law or something. Now,
Oh, they cleaned this up over here.
I was gonna say these poles weren't here before. Last time we were here, these poles were not here because we came to this deal here.
And that was not there.
No, they've cleaned this up like they're gonna start using it. This has always been big hole right there. Be careful. This has always been a big attraction to me because the top of this got caved in. How far down does it go? Is there anybody in here? I'm sure there is, but are they below the ground or are they right here? I don't know. I have no idea. It's got some really, really nice headstones in this area, but this here is...
Well, that looks like a fresh grave over there, huh?
Yeah. He must have had a funeral here recently. They still got the chairs out. Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, there's another one over there.
What? See, I've never been in this area because this was always overgrown. But he's right. There's another one right there. So let's see if we see anything here to identify this person.
Mom.
These are still pliable. They're not dried out. They're still wet. So.
And there's water.
Oh yeah, look at that. Put the little bench there. Let's see. I don't want to stand over the grave, and I really don't want to pick this up. But if I'm going to find out who it is, oh, you can't pick that up.
It doesn't say.
Yeah, it's all wiped out. Oh shoot! Look at all the ants. Whole trail here, and you all know my attraction to these gated deals here. Like I said, I've never been back in this area, so I didn't know any of this was here. This is like brand new for me. Feels good today, guys. You know, it's September, end of September, so the weather's not so bad. It's not so hot. Elisa, together you... I can't even read that. I can't read it. 1889 was when she passed away. There's an old headstone over there. Yeah, I want to take a closer look at this thing you've discovered. The other one like this had an inscription on the back, on the body of it. You can see there used to be a stone there.
Right.
There's an arch there, but I don't see it anywhere, so. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the body is above ground, but underneath here, and I don't want to mess with it. That's bad juju right there. You don't want to disrupt the dead when they're resting. I have family in the cemetery, but I always forget where they're at. Family, okay, let me say this again. Family in the sense that they bear my family's name. So we are related somehow, but I don't know any of them. I may have read about them at some point, but no, I don't know any of them. These are all turned all over the place. Alfredo Terran Jr. Fidencio R. Salazar, 2013. Pop, a man among men. Let me see, like I said, some of these are very overgrown. You can see the tops of the headstones there and some handmade crosses. I think there's a bench in there too. But this really needs a cleaning out.
There's a lot of scat.
Is there?
Yeah.
Adelina Rodriguez, back in 1980. And then Juan Salazar, 1977. Some of these I wonder, like, Were they just cast and made by just by their family, or was this what was in back in the 70s? Like over here, I want you to take a look at this. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Look at this. They took tree trunk, cut it down, and then burned everything into it. Nora Salazar, born 1923, died 1997. They even got a really nice picture of her in there.
Beautiful.
And I can say, with no hesitation, I have never seen a headpiece like this. Never. Never out of a tree trunk. And we've seen a lot of them.
And to do that, to take the time to care, you know,
Right.
whatever they were feeding at the time.
I wonder what happened when they decided to do this. Did they say, they go, hey, are you going to use that, that piece that you cut there? Oh, I need it. Or did they go out and say, hey, we got to cut a tree down to make this? Don't know. But they took their time burning out the letters, and it's permanently in there. Now, I don't know what rain and stuff does for it. I mean, it's been here since 1997. So, yeah, the rain didn't do too much damage to it. Because believe me, we get some rain down here, man. Now, over here is a fenced off area, although it's open over there, but it's a fenced off area, and we have Baron. Again, this is a name I'm familiar with, Baron. And I think my family is by one of those trees out there, either there or there. We'll make our way over there. We got Hernandez. It's very, very quiet here. Very nice. I don't know what that is back there. Right there. Weird. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This was the birthplace of Earth and Stone. We went through a couple of name changes since then. We tried to come up with something to fit what we were doing. And at the time, we had it in our heads, we were going to go visit cemeteries. And whenever we went to like a different town to go visit a cemetery, we were going to stop and eat something in that town and give a little review. So it was like cemeteries and food. And we came up with the name Bon Appetit. But then we found out real fast that budget gets eaten up. And it's like, no, we won't be doing food so much. Hey, maybe this is, I don't know what lot this is. But you see over there, right there, there's like a toy horse, a little rocking horse, and like a teddy bear deal. I don't know if this is it or not. I don't see names or, oh, wait a minute. Yes, here we are. Yes, this is my family's plot. The Laques. I am related to the Laques. My great-grandfather was a Laque. His family were all Laques. I'm just wondering, because this looks like there's a lot of toy trucks and stuff like that around here. And this looks like it's dressed out for a kid, but this grave is long. Super long. And Maddie is absolutely right, because in overgrowth like this, it's not unheard of to run into a snake. Snake can be in here hiding, so should I be going further? No. Am I going further? Yeah. I feel like I owe it to you guys. Oh, man, this feels weird. Okay, I don't know who these people are. Thomas, Smith, and Smith. That was. And then if you look over there on the ground, they got like a cross embedded in the ground. But I don't know what name that is. I guess I could go look, right? Stop being lazy. English. Yep. See how much nicer they keep that lot as opposed to the ones here that people kind of forgot about. This is trimmed down so you know people take care of this one. This is a little overgrown, but not that bad. He must have been like my uncle or something, or a cousin, probably a distant cousin. So yeah, that's the Laque family plot. Look at this. Daniel M. Hernandez. Look how nice that is. I mean, it's faded. It's faded, but it's very colorful. I've never seen a stone quite like that before. I can't make out. 2022 is when he passed away. Got that homemade jam going on there. And you know, I've always been enthralled by this photo here. I don't know why, but every time I've seen it, it's just like, I don't know, it kind of makes me feel like I know her from somewhere. No, it ain't like that. I don't do that, but like I don't know. I just feel like I know her for some reason. Okay, this is the back part of the cemetery here. This is where we had just gone in, where we said these poles weren't there before. Okay, this is the part we went past. We saved this area second or third to last for a reason, but for now, let's just admire the craftsmanship of some of these stones back here. It's almost like the people who are buried back here, some of them at least came from money, because these kinds of things are not cheap at all.
The way it's in a metal stand, like a for sale sign.
Oh, wow.
It's the stone. 71 to 13 is like what, 50 or 40 something?
Yeah, he's a year younger than me. So. See, this is all new to me. I've never seen stones like this. This is like someone took a tile or something from a wall tile and then put all this work into it to carve the names in there. That's another one.
See how it has that metal frame and then that slab.
Oh yeah. Yeah, see, that's sharp. That's sharp. I've never seen that before either. And I've been here a few times. You think I would have noticed that at least once?
Maybe they just put it in?
Could be. She passed in 87. He passed in 96. And I always imagine that if they share a grave, to me that means they didn't move on. They stayed by themselves. That's why they're joined with them now. Otherwise, they'd be with the new spouse. So it's both admirable and a little sad. Asuncion G. There's that big stone. Cleto Lomas. A very nice picture right there. Getting close enough. There we go. Very nice photo there of the couple, Antonia and Damien. Here's one of the reasons we came back here. And come join me, Maddie, if you get a chance.
Yes, I'm on my way.
This is the grave of Emily Garcia. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the story. I'll make it short and sweet because we planned to do a whole video about her. But she was maybe 6 months pregnant, if I remember correctly. She went to a doctor's appointment. She disappeared. They couldn't find her for over a year. Come to find out that she had been killed, murdered actually, and she was listed as a Jane Doe. Somehow, through different channels, they found her, they located her. But when they located her, she was in a pauper's grave. They exhumed her. She was naked in the grave, and her baby had been removed and cremated, which, off the bat, that's already odd. Like, why would you do that? They've arrested her killer. At least that's who they say he is. But we're not going to deal with speculation on this story. We're just going to tell you what we know and the facts that we know, and we'll point out some interesting things. But until then, this is where she lies. Now, we've been out here before. We left a solar light here, which I don't see, or that one's there, it's broken. But we've been out here before, and this is another case where I couldn't find this one. I was over by this grave here, and I looked over here, and I never saw it here. Maddie was the one who found it, thankfully, because I've been obsessed with this story ever since I first heard it years ago. Maddie has her Jonathan Chiquilo. I have my Emily Garcia. So I'm trying to find out more information on it before we do the video, but soon, very soon. See, right out here by the road, there's this row of graves. Juanita Ibarra. Yeah, the Ibarra family. And this one is just chock full of solar lights. Maria and Juan. Juan is still with us. 1953. They were born 1951, 1953. Not very old at all. Then you have more of those closed off family sections. Down there at the end, there's a no trespassing sign, and there's a couple of more headstones down there. But this is the heart of it. I'm surprised those lights aren't on. Probably don't work. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they work. Okay. Here's an interesting one that escaped our view last time. I was saying, how could you get two people in this little grave? They both passed on the same day. Little girls, it's a mother and her daughter. Guerra, Arlinda Guerra. Yeah, you see stuff like that, your heart kind of breaks. My heart breaks for the lives taken, but more so for the lives that are left behind. You know, they were in some deep mourning to lose two people like that. Now, as we head out this gate, Klemcke Smith family. This is the heart and soul of Rambie Grove Cemetery. I don't know all the specifics, but I know the Klemcke family. I know the Klemcke family immigrated here from Poland and Germany. The wife came from Germany, and they came over with a colony. I can't remember the name. And there was an accord or a deal struck where people got land, and they got quite a bit of land. They had to live on it for 5 years. They had to homestead on it. What I found out from a little Google search was that coming over here, they had to bring the tools of their trade so that they had a way to support themselves, to make money. And Klemcke was a soap maker. Klemcke brought vats and tools for soap making, and that's what he did here. That's how he made his living. He didn't live in this area long. he moved to San Antonio. And what did he open up? The soap works. He had a soap work factory. To this day, that's where you can find the soap work apartments. His wife, I believe after he passed, went back to San Antonio. They came back here for a little while. She went back to San Antonio, started another soap factory, which was located, for anyone who knows, in the area of the Piedras Negras restaurant. It's on the access road of 35. And then there's a second soapworks area, and that was created by the man Mr. Klemcke sold his business to. So this land, from what I remember, this land was donated by the Klemcke family. And their houses are around here somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but they have the old Klemcke houses in this area. And we passed one up on the way in. But I know you all remember the woodsman. You can see those from a mile away. W.A. Peyton, husband of C.M. Peyton. Born 1855, died May 17th, 1911. My birthday. So this little fraternal order has been around a long time. I thought it was like early 1900s or something. They're back in the 1800s. I really wish I would have studied more about the Klemcke history, because I see a lot of names that I saw before, like Smith, Armstrong. I'm not sure who was married to who or how they came to be part of this family. That part I don't remember, and for that I apologize. As you can see, the sun is setting. Oh, what time is it now? Like 7? Okay.
7:26.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is Rambie Grove Cemetery, located east of Somerset, on the back roads, located near Senior and Heikman Road. And here's a little interesting tidbit that I just remembered. Senior Road is named after Mr. Klemcke. How is it named after Mr. Klemcke? Because when he was here, the Mexican population, the Mexican people, called him El Señor, and he would pronounce it Senior. So Senior Road was named after him. I just remembered that. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, in all its glory. Rambie Grove Cemetery. Kind of a big deal when I was younger. I used to come out here all the time for different reasons. Don't ask. So that was it. The tour, short but sweet, of Rambie Grove Cemetery. Little history lesson. I'm sorry it was so blotchy. I don't remember a lot of what I read about it. But what did you think about it, Maddie?
I love it here. This is my favorite of all that we have visited. I don't know if it's because of the history that we saw it or just the feel, because it feels very nature.
Yeah, it's definitely a natural surrounding. It was Maddie's idea to come out here, so everybody thank Maddie. Thank you, Maddie. Yeah, there you go.
And he showed us. So this was the beginning.
Until next time, thank you for joining us. Really, we appreciate it. And sorry we've been gone so long. We'll try to step it up a little bit, but things have just been getting in the way, really. Schedules are conflicting and finances are dwindling away. Takes money to do these things. You want to donate. You don't have to, but it would be nice. But, yes, anyways, till next time, everyone. This is Derek.
This is Maddie. Positive vibes.